Yes, I'd like to make an appointment as soon as possible, but it has to be today. Well, then can't you adjust your schedule? This is very important. Yes, that'd be fine. See you then. Thanks very much.
What was that all about?
I made an appointment to see Dr. Bailey. I want to talk to this guy, find out for myself just exactly what Mom's situation is. You care to come with me?
Yes, definitely.
I want to make sure Mom's told us everything.
So do I.
It really bothers me that she didn't want us to know in the first place. Mom's always trying to carry everything on her own shoulders.
Whether she will admit it or not, she really does need our help to get through this. I'm still hoping there isn't anything to get through. I mean, this lump could be benign.
But what if it isn't, Brooke? We have to face that. There's a possibility our mother could be facing cancer surgery. God. It's like a kick in the gut. I mean, I can't imagine this happening to Mom. I can't imagine what life would be like without her.
Stormy, that isn't gonna happen.
Well, I pray to God you're right. Mom was always there. For all of us. Even when Dad left and it had to hurt like hell, all she thought about was us. About how to make things easier on the kids.
Stormy, she loves us. It's like you wanting to make it easier for her right now.
But damn it, there may be nothing I can do.
We don't know that. That's why it's so important for us to talk to Dr. Bailey. He can give us a clear picture.
And I want to know when he's going to schedule that biopsy. It just isn't fair. Just when things were starting to go good for Mom. She was seeing Eric Forrester, and even if nothing could ever come of that, at least she knew she was loved. That he'd always cared about her.
That's another thing. Mr. Forrester went to see Mom. He was reaching out for her. Apparently, things aren't going too good for he and Mrs. Forrester. He went to tell Mom they may be getting a divorce.
You're kidding.
But she backed away. She's throwing away her real chance for happiness.
But don't you see, Brooke? That only proves Mom's a lot more concerned about her situation than she's letting on to any of us. We've got to see Dr. Bailey. There could be a lot more going on than we know about.
What's all this?
Oh, I'm looking for your father's yearbook from college.
Why?
Because he got the name of the girl.
What are you talking about?
The girl that he was involved with when he was in college.
Oh, before he met you.
Yes. I called a couple of classmates of mine, and they called a couple of other people, and we were finally able to track down her name. Liz Henderson. So what I'm hoping is I'm going to be able to find a picture of her. I mean, I left Northwestern after my freshman year because your dad and I were married. But he was there for all 4 years. So I'm just praying that he saved the right stuff.
Well, you said that Dad didn't make much money back then. Maybe you couldn't afford a yearbook.
Don't even think that. You know, I have no idea what year she was in. I don't even know if she graduated, this Liz. And whoever she wasn't very well known on campus. I had a terrible time tracking down to find out who she was. You know, I really would have sworn that I remembered seeing some sort of a yearbook.
You are really determined to find this woman, aren't you?
You bet I am. Anyone that would affect your father that deeply after all these years? That's it.
Looks like you come to a dead end.
You know me better than that. When I make my mind up to get something that I want, I get it. The only time that hasn't proven quite true is when it comes to my marriage. But I haven't given up on that yet.
Hey, how did I get so lucky? I was just thinking about you.
Thorne, you won't believe what just happened.
So, Mrs. Forrester, what is it? What won't I believe?
I went to see my dad. I wanted to talk to him about your suggestion that I come to work at Forrester.
Yeah? How did he react?
Well, he had mixed emotions. But before we even had a chance to talk about that, he came back with an offer of his own. It's fantastic, Thorne. He wants me to help him start a new magazine for Spencer Publications, a fashion magazine.
You're kidding.
And the thing is that they've never even been into fashion, but my dad has come up with this incredible new concept. A weekly trade paper for the fashion industry. You know, more geared for the industry than for the public. It'll have profiles on designers. There'll be articles analyzing public attitudes, defining and anticipating new trends.
It's terrific.
And I don't even know what the whole scope of it would be. But can you imagine?
Well, if anybody can pull it off, your dad can.
Well, the thing is that he wants me to be in charge of it. Can you believe that? Thorne, I'm not even sure that I could handle something like that.
Well, I'm sure he's not going to leave you all alone. I mean, not right away.
No, I mean, he's going to surround me with all of his top people until, you know, I get started. I'm going to learn on the job. But still, that is a huge responsibility.
And a challenge, Caroline. This could be just what you're looking for.
Do you really think so?
What's more important is, do you think so?
Thorne, what about the job offer here at Forrester?
That's waiting for you whenever you want it. It sounds to me like you've got the perfect opportunity here. You've got two great opportunities, and all you've got to do is decide between them.
Oh, yeah, well, that's easy for you to say.
Hey, take your time. I'm sure your dad can wait. Think about where you'd most like to be.
You want to know something, Mr. Forrester? I'm already where I'd most like to be.
And that will never change. Just know that whatever you decide, I'm with you 100%.
Thank you. I really needed to hear you say that. Thorne Forrester, please.
Thorne Forrester.
Hi, Thorne. It's Brooke.
Brooke, what can I do for you?
I just wanted to ask if you and Caroline might...
Oh, Caroline's right here. I'm sure you'd much rather talk to her.
Thorne, no. Brooke, hi. What's up? Hi, Caroline. Well, I was just calling to invite you and Thorne to a birthday party. Well, that sounds like fun. Whose is it? Ridge. Ridge? It's his birthday next week. That's right. Well, sure. We would love to come. It'll just be us. It'll be you and Thorne and me and Ridge. And maybe his parents. Mrs. Forrester wasn't sure yet if they'd be able to make it. Oh, and don't say anything. I want it to be a surprise. No, of course not. I'm not quite sure where it will be yet, but I'll let you know. Okay, fine. Well, then, I guess I'll talk to you later. Bye. Wonder what she's thinking.
You all set?
Yeah.
Here. Glad we have this chance to talk to Dr. Bailey. More and more, I'm afraid Mom may not have told us the whole story.
I hope you're wrong, Storm. And I'm hoping that he can tell us we have nothing to worry about.
Well, it's too late for that. One way or another, we've got to get Mom in for that biopsy. If nothing else, that gives us something to worry about.
What did Brooke have to say?
Oh, she wanted to invite us to a birthday party for Ridge.
Ah, next week. I almost forgot. Well, that's nice of her.
I suppose.
Where's that coming from?
I just didn't think that Brooke and Ridge were that close.
Well, I know they're seeing each other.
Well, obviously a lot more than I knew.
Is that a problem?
Of course not. I just think she's moving a little fast, that's all.
Don't worry. She'll be fine. Brooke's a big girl.
How do I find Liz Henderson?
Have you tried looking in the phone book?
Why would I do that? It's so obvious. Thank you. What would I do without you? You're so smart. H. Okay, H. Henderson. Liz, no. There's no Liz. There's no Liz Henderson.
No, she may not be listed as Liz. Probably Elizabeth.
Oh, Elizabeth. No, there's no Elizabeth. Oh, but this is so stupid of me. She's probably married. She must have a married name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that means I'm looking for Elizabeth someone. The only thing that I absolutely am convinced about is that she lives here in Los Angeles. How do I find her?
Do it, Beth.
Do what, Mother Logan?
Call Dr. Bailey. Have yourself scheduled for the biopsy. It's obvious that you can't get it out of your mind.
Keep touching the lump, hoping it may have gone away. But it doesn't go away.
Oh, Beth, don't do this to yourself. You know that the lump does not have to mean that you have cancer.
I'm so afraid, Mother Logan. I'm afraid it will be malignant. Maybe it's a way of punishing me for wanting someone I have no right to want. For even daring to dream that my life could be different. I feel so blessed to have you and the children. But deep inside, I've been so lonely for so long. Ever since Stephen left us. And now, if something happens to me, oh, I can't even bear to think of it. For the children, it would be as if both of us had abandoned them. They don't deserve that.
Honey, you have a right to cry. You're the one who's always been so strong. We all lean on you. Now, please, lean on us for a bit. And the doctor told you that you must have that biopsy, and that is what you are going to do. Now, today, do it.
I can't. I'm just not ready. I don't think I could face the outcome. It could change so many things.
You're thinking of Eric Forrester.
Yes, I am thinking of Eric. And how beautiful his wife is. What if I do have cancer in my breast? We both know what that means.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that they have to remove your breast. I've been reading about this. Many times the surgeons can just take the lump. And in any case, honey, you must schedule that biopsy. any talk that we're having about this doesn't mean anything until you take that step. And for goodness sakes, it might turn out to be benign. And then we could all stop worrying.
I can't. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to find out.
Yes. Please come in.
Hi, I'm Stephen Logan.
Hello,
This is my
Stephen.
sister, Brooke.
Hello, Brooke. Please sit down.
We want to know just exactly what our mother's situation is. The truth, Doctor.
Does your mother know you're here?
No, we didn't want her to worry any more than she already is.
But she told you about her condition.
About the lump in her breast and the mammogram you had taken, yes.
Did she tell you about the results of her mammogram?
She said that it verified the lump and that you also found some calcifications.
Throughout her breast, yes. It's the calcifications that give me the greatest cause for concern.
Are they malignant?
We don't know. It's possible that they and the lump could be benign, but we'll have to wait for the test results of your mother's biopsy before we know for sure.
When is the biopsy?
It hasn't been scheduled yet.
Why not?
Because your mother asked for some time to think about it.
Well, didn't you say the only way we'll know anything is when she goes in for this biopsy?
Absolutely, of course.
Well, then what's there to think about?
Stephen, I quite agree, but obviously I can't do this without your mother's okay. You know, it's not unusual for a patient to need a period of adjustment, some time to think and see and feel what they may be going through.
Could the wait be dangerous?
It could, if there's a malignancy. In that case, every day that they wait gives the tumor a chance to grow.
Then this biopsy is crucial.
No question about it, Stephen. The longer your mother waits, the more tenuous her position becomes.
Schedule the biopsy. Somehow we'll make her see she's got to come in and go through with this now.
I'm going to go crazy until I find this Elizabeth Henderson. I'm absolutely convinced that there is a woman out there who is still in love with your father. Since college. I mean, it's possible, you know, that I might have met her. I might have seen her, and I just can't remember. Her name doesn't even ring a bell. Henderson. Elizabeth Henderson. It's nothing.
Mother, are you sure you're on the right track?
Why?
All right, even if there is another woman in Dad's life, my problem is believing that she's someone who dates back that far. His college days? It just seems very unlikely.
This is the only woman that your father's ever been involved with. He told me that.
What about Margot? I thought you've always suspected her.
He has denied any possibility of an involvement between them. But this woman he hasn't denied.
And she's still supposed to be in love with Dad after all these years?
That's the impression that I get. The truth might be that your father hasn't gotten over her.
And they've been seeing each other all these years?
No. No, I'm sure they lost touch with each other a long time after college.
But they found each other again, now.
Yes, that's what I think.
I don't get it.
What do you mean?
Something doesn't add up. If Dad and this woman were so much in love, then why didn't they get married? I mean, why would he leave her and marry you? Doesn't make sense. Unless?
It's unimportant.
What do you mean it's unimportant? You just said your whole marriage has been colored by the way Dad feels about this woman.
It is not important how it happened. That's all water under the bridge. What I'm concerned about is that this woman, whoever she is, hasn't given up on him. She's after your father.
And Dad's still in love with her? No, I know Dad. He doesn't take these things lightly. Commitment means everything to him. There's only one reason I can think of why Dad would love one woman and marry another. He had to, didn't he, Mother? He had to marry you. Because you were pregnant. Pregnant with me.